Hi, this is Mrs. Piper, and today I'm going over the process for doing our string monoprint, creating symmetry. And the first thing I want to do is go over a couple of very important vocabulary terms. First of all, printmaking is an artistic process where ink is transferred from one surface to another. Usually it's ink put onto a printing plate and transferred to either paper or material, fabric. But today we're going to be doing a different type of print. Most prints, they make multiple copies. So you have a printing plate and then you add ink to it and you make multiple copies. But we are going to be doing what is called a monoprint. Mono meaning one, print. Now this is a form of printmaking where the image can only be made once. So you get one crack at this and that's it. So let's go ahead and begin the process. The first thing that you need is a piece of paper. And for this composition, we're going to be using a 12-inch square of drawing paper. And if you'll notice, I've already folded the square into half. And I'm going to turn it this way only so that it fits the screen better. I think that'll be just easier for you to see. Then you will also need tempera paint. This is our washable tempera paint. But if you'll notice, I've added water to it and stirred it so that it is to an inky consistency. I'm going to add a little bit more water because it definitely feels a little bit thick. And we need to have this very, very thin. Now, if it's too thin, it'll be too watery and the ink will not show up well. But we're using black tempera paint, and as the name implies, we're also going to be using a string. This is a piece of string and it's cotton twine, and let me show you what you're going to do. The first thing that I'm going to want you to do is make certain that the two ends of the string remain dry and free from ink. So I'm going to hold these two ends in my hand, and all of the rest of the string I'm going to dip into the paint. And you're going to submerge it. And I'm going to use my paintbrush to help me spread it onto the string. Very good. Now, when we're at school, you're going to protect this surface with pieces of newspaper. I don't have any newspaper at home, and this is my work surface, so I'm not really worried about it, but you will put newspaper down on yours. So now I'm going to get my piece of paper, and I'm going to lay the string on top. You know what? I think I am definitely going to turn it sideways. Okay? I hope that's okay. Now, I'm going to take my string. I hope you can see that. There's the string. I'm pulling it out of the container. And I'm going to lay the string onto the paper. Sorry about that. And you can make any sort of loop-de-loops. You can make any sort of designs that you want. This happens to be where I laid it down, and I guess it's going to have to do. I don't particularly care for it, but we're going to try it anyway. I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to rub it with my hand. And then I'm going to set a book on top of it. You need to place even pressure on top of your paper. And I'm going to pull the strings out. You'll notice I left some of it showing here on the side. And I'm going to pull, and now I'm going to pull this side. There we go. Now I pulled the string out and I open it up to see what I have here. Oh, it's not that bad. I like it. Okay, I was really kind of worried because I didn't like the way that hooped, but that looks pretty good. So as you can see, I have made a single print. I will never be able to make the same design again. That's why we're going to be calling it a monoprint. Again, a form of printmaking where the image can only be made once. How did I do it? I submerged my piece of string into my paint. I laid it on my paper, folding it in half. I covered it, and then I pulled it through, and now I have this symmetrically balanced composition. Later on, when it dries completely, I'm going to begin to color it, and you can use the medium of your choice. Oil pastels, crayons, markers, or watercolor paints, whatever you choose to. But we're going to color this composition to make sure that it is symmetrically balanced. Again, notice how the designs are the same on both the right and the left side. Okay, I hope that was clear and concise enough for you. Now it's your turn to go ahead and make your symmetrical string print. Thank you for watching.